What if I told you I was able to build a fitness tracking app within a matter of 25 minutes? Well, today what I want to do is a review on a service that I just came across called Bolt.new by StackBlitz. It's an AI code generation tool that makes creating amazing looking applications super simple. Now, those of us that have been working with large language models for the last few years, one of the things that we've noted is that the code that it generates is not really that great. And from a UI perspective, it's kind of lacking as far as looking modern and clean and simplistic. So in this video, I'm going to review Bolt.new and see how easily it can create an amazing looking app that can even be deployed on the cloud for other people to access. So let's check it out. Now, to help me build this app, I am using ChatGPT to help generate a prompt for my working tracking app. And you can see I've asked for things like light and dark mode, some responsive design, and be sure to include details of desired functionality. And as ChatGPT does really well, you'll notice that it immediately starts to spit out a title, an objective. It gives me core features and functions that I would likely want to have in my app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the prompt that it generated, I'm going to copy that prompt to my clipboard, and then hop over into Bolt. So over at Bolt.new, I'm going to go up into the top right and click on Sign In. I'm going to be prompted to log in with GitHub or an existing user ID and password. I'm going to go through the GitHub sign-in process here, and that's going to go ahead and authenticate me with my two-factor authentication. And boom, I'm logged in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in the prompt from ChatGPT and send it into Bolt. So now that I've sent that in, Bolt is going to analyze my prompt, reading all of the details that I've provided with that initial prompt, and it's going to immediately start to build. And you'll notice that it is starting to code. And what I like about this is on the left-hand side, you have a chat-type dialogue interface, whereas on the right-hand side, you can actually see all of the file and code structure of a full application being built out. So this isn't just one file at a time and you have to download it and copy and paste it into Visual Studio Code or something. It's actually building out the entire folder structure. It's doing npm install, etc. So after a minute or two, it gives me a summary of what it's coded, and oh my gosh, look at this initial take at the app. I'm going to see if anything works here. So, all right, the dark and light mode toggle works. That is amazing. And I'm noticing that none of these other links seem to have any functionality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this app and use it because Bolt is multimodal. And I'm going to use it as a reference and ask it to start adding functionality to my app. One of the other really cool features is when there's a problem in the code, you'll notice that Bolt detects a potential problem, and it gives you the ability to try to fix the problem. So it's going to tell you what the error is, but if you're not a developer like me, you don't know how to go in and fix and find the problem. So here, Bolt is going to take care of it for us. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to have a conversation with Bolt just using normal English language and phrases, and I'm going to continue adding functionality and enhancing this application to do more of what I want it to do. So as you can see, I'm tweaking things about the UI. I'm having new elements added to the home screen. I'm making sure that the fields are all working properly. And then one of the things I really want to do is have a weight tracker capability. So I want to be able to define my starting weight and my end weight goal. And look at that. Boom. Just by asking for a functionality that does that, it creates that initial first look and feel for tracking my weight. I want to go ahead and enhance that a little bit, though, so that it looks a lot better and allows you to define your starting weight and your end weight goal, and then actually plot all of those weight points on the graph. So I've gone ahead and given it some guidance with a prompt, and right away, boom, it creates the visual elements that I was asking for. So I can set my weight goal now. So I'll put in a starting weight here. And then I can do a target weight. And then I'll click set goal. And look at that. We have the weight and the goal as part of the key at the top of the table. And I can go in now and enter in different weights with dates associated with them. And I can add those and it plots them right on that graph. Amazing. One of the other features I want to try to implement is somewhat of a sign-in capability for my app. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Bolt to give me some code that allows me to sign in. Very quickly it generates code, and when my app comes back up again and I click on the sign in button, I have a sign in box. It also lets me use social logins for Google and GitHub. That's pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a sample user ID and password and click sign in. And you'll notice up in the header, it has my actual username showing up. If I go ahead and click sign out, it actually logs me out. So at this point, I'm pretty happy with my app. So I have a couple different options here. What I can do is download the code, and it will download it as a zip file. And I could share that code with my developers to further enhance it and build in additional functionality. But what's really awesome about Bolt is you can just click deploy, and it will actually deploy this application in the cloud, and it will provide a URL where you can actually go and see your application on the internet. So we're going to go ahead and open that in a new tab. And look at that. Our Fit Track app is loading up on the internet with a URL that we could share. We can go ahead and test the sign-in. Okay, it logs us in. We're then going to check out the weight tracker, see if that's working correctly. I'm also going to go ahead and add in a workout. In this case, I'll do strength training and do a bench press. I'll put in my sets, my reps, the weight that I lifted, and then the duration of my workout. And I'll click add workout. We'll see that the workout shows up under recent workouts, and the workouts this week count is set to 1. And then I'll go ahead and log out. So as you can see, using Bolt makes creating applications very easy, quick, and efficient. And it takes away a lot of the mundane tasks of setting up, for example, coding projects and the file structures needed for them, etc. Now, one of the things that I will say is that this application is not fully functioning. Like, I didn't build it out to do everything under the sun, but you could actually take the code and continue to iterate and enhance on it and build those features and functions in that you would want. And you can also take the code and then plug it into your back-end systems, such as databases or even APIs from other systems that you may want to pull data in from. So hopefully you found this content useful. If you did, please click like and subscribe, and have a great day.